Indigenous, indigenous. Boarding school, boarding school. Strip, strip. Long overdue, long overdue. Matchup, matchup. Resumption, resumption. Rivalry, rivalry. Hiatus, hiatus. Pneumonia, pneumonia. Bacteria, bacteria. President Biden visited a Native American reservation today for his first time as president to apologize on behalf of the federal government. For generations, the U.S. took indigenous children away from their families and put them in boarding schools meant to strip them of their culture, history, and language. Many faced abuse and neglect that led in some cases to their deaths. I formally apologize, Biden said. It's long overdue. Baseball gets its star moment. Tonight, the Yankees and Dodgers will play the first game of a World Series that many fans have only dreamed about. It's not just New York versus Los Angeles or East versus West. It's also a battle between two baseball Goliaths, a matchup of Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, the sport's brightest stars, and a resumption of the most storied World Series rivalry in history after a 43-year hiatus. The CDC lowered the age for the pneumonia vaccine. Adults 50 and over should be vaccinated against a type of bacteria that causes pneumonia and other illnesses, the CDC said. The agency had previously recommended starting at 65. The move comes as rates of infection have been rising, including in adults under 65. One dose is typically enough for lifelong protection, but only about a quarter of adults have reported getting the vaccine. Throng, throng. Flock to, flock to. Embrace, embrace. Macabre, macabre. Aesthetic, aesthetic. Cornerstone, cornerstone. Hysteria, hysteria. Puritan, Puritan. Townspeople, townspeople. Execute, execute. Reinvent, reinvent. Throngs of tourists are flocking to Salem, Massachusetts this week to party, connect, and embrace the macabre aesthetic that's the cornerstone of the Halloween season. Salem got its witchy reputation thanks to the very real 1692 hysteria, in which Puritan townspeople turned against one another and executed 20 of their neighbors. The 1980s saw the town confront the past and reinvent itself into a tourist destination with a unique cultural brand. Now, 1.2 million visitors are expected to visit Salem this month. Sweepstakes, sweepstakes. Lottery, lottery. Options trader, options trader. Elon Musk was sued by the Philadelphia District Attorney over his Political Action Committee's $1 million a day sweepstakes targeting swing state voters in the final days of the U.S. presidential election. The prosecutor, Larry Krasner, is asking a state court to stop Musk, Donald Trump's wealthiest donor, from engaging in what he called an unlawful lottery. Bitcoin topped $71,000 for the first time since June. It's viewed by some as a so-called Trump trade, because the Republican presidential nominee has embraced digital assets during his campaign. But options traders have increased bets Bitcoin will reach $80,000 by the end of November, regardless of who wins the election.